All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Gator. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the fly. Shoot.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And finally brought down at the 43. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Mark 55. I'm scared. Ready.
Sanders now. From the gun, he'll throw. He gets it to James White. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
X3, 218, chop it. 5.
Throwing on first down. Sanders. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Sony Michel, his first carry.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Sanders operating from the gun. Got his man. That's Harry. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
2nd and goal at the Dolphins' 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it with White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Sanders. From the gun, he'll throw. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
180. You ain't going nowhere. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. That's one where you probably give the ball carrier a bit of a mulligan, right? Where was he going to go there?
Yeah, you could almost see his brain turning over from our perspective. Just put your foot in the ground and go, except there was no place to put his foot in the ground, and there was no place to go. No room to roam.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rivers escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Bannon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Check 90. 80. Hey, Rocket. Let's set a tone, brother. Let's set a tone. Check 99. Check 99. No. Load it.
3rd and long for Rivers. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Under 10.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Hey, ready.
Working out of the gun, Rivers dumping it off for Johnson. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Rivers now for the 50. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Johnson. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Operating from the gun, Sanders. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, 93 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. On the jet sweep, here's Grant. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Being chased out left. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And now Edelman. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Patriots take over.
Let's go now.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
36. Kill.
The drive starts with a run by White. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check right. Double tight. Everyone ready?
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
He's checking.
First down, here's White. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead now stands at 13. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it with Johnson. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 28.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the Patriots' 19-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pick.
Red!
On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, defense are going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's Sanders throwing on first down. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Red Delta! Check. Crunch.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Tech, Green 80. Hey, Brown 80. Hey, Delta. You got tight. Go.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Rivers. Steps away to his left. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39. Now Rivers, over the middle, complete. That's Grant. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A first down throw here for Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Terrence Brooks with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Hit it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Second down, here's an option right. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. What a boost for this offense that he can throw in a run like that after the success that he's had throwing the football.
I love that, being able to mix in something a little bit different just when you're starting to think that's all you're going to see. He changed it up, flipped the script on him, and boy, did it work to his offense's benefit.
Let's go, defense.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Here we go.
50 to go.
Sanders on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I got it. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Sanders now looking to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check. Fresno.
They'll run on 1st down. White. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. At the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They go to Johnson again. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Rivers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Get that quarterback.
Hey, Zoo.
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Rivers now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. I'm coming.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Throw left side, complete. It's Grant. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, ready.
They're going to try and throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Hey, exit. Ready.
Now Sanders operating from the gun. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Ready.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
They run the draw play. This is White. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw. Sanders looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's end,
he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
they
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Rivers. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Rivers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing Rivers. And the catch made by Johnson. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Rivers on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Bennett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 43's the mic.
First throw now for the backup Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Raekwon McMillan. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Mike. Hey, Brown 80. You gonna get the boys.
Following the interception here, Rivers. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Black 11.
Keep it up. 55's Mike.
First down, Rivers. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Duke Johnson His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Hey, 79! 79!
From the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A big play there for New England. 49 yards on the ground.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check that out.
Following the penalty, Michel. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw is Sanders. Off the bootleg. Forced out to his left. And Sanders has it pumped free.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the
Big grip.
Back to throw. Sanders. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On 1st down, Rivers buying time to his left. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rivers to throw it. Funchess has it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st down, Miami.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bannon. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rivers under pressure again, and down he goes again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Rivers, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
On the ready. Protein spill.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jerome Baker able to record his 5th sack of the season. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Sanders. From the gun, he'll throw. As Sanders has it punked free.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, wait, 89!
Throwing, Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for 2. So sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here. Looking to throw. Sanders. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Partner, I think the thing I'm going to take away from this game is that ending. Still hard to believe they score on the final play, and then for some salt on the wound, they go for 2 just to widen the margin.
Not to mention, they already had the lead when they scored on the final play. So I don't know if everyone on the team is a fantasy football player, and they're like, hey, get more points for our guys.